Cultivating Bodhicitta. I've been listening to Charak's teachings on the way of the Bodhisattva, and I'm reminded of how much our practice is directed toward cultivating the store consciousness of our body-mind. All we inherit and all we experience through our bodies is the basis for everything. It forms our thoughts, our motivations, and becomes what we express. Our body, our mind, and the world are all manifestations of ripened seeds stored in consciousness. And these little seeds are called bija. And Thich Nhat Hanh gave specific teachings to help us understand how our body-mind works. He provided analogies for us to understand the living process of what forms our thinking, how our thinking feeds our actions, and how our actions in return impact the seeds within our consciousness. And he gives three aspects of what he calls store consciousness. The first is storing and preserving all the seeds of our experience. We have seeds buried in our store consciousness, which represent everything we have ever done, experienced, or perceived. The store consciousness also maintains innate seeds that were present when we were born. At the time of our birth, seeds of suffering and happiness that were transmitted to us by many generations of ancestors are already present. Many of our abilities, our mannerisms, and physical features were handed down by them. And during our lifetime, when the conditions for their manifestation are favorable, some of the seeds will manifest, while others may remain dormant until a future generation. Our store consciousness draws together all these seeds just as a magnet attracts particles of iron. Keeping all of these seeds alive so that they are available to manifest is the most basic function of store consciousness. And the second aspect of store consciousness is the seeds themselves. Our body-mind is a field in which every kind of seed has been sown. There are seeds of compassion, of joy and hope, seeds of sorrow and fear and difficulties. Everything the store consciousness receives is kept. And everything is stored until the conditions for manifestation are present. And the third aspect of store consciousness is ripening and perpetuation. And Thich Nhat Hanh said, and this seemed kind of profound, seeds give phenomena the ability to perpetuate themselves. If you plant a seed in the springtime, by autumn a plant will mature and bear flowers. From these flowers, new seeds will fall to earth, where they will be stored until they sprout and produce new flowers. So every day, our karma, formed by our thoughts, our words, and our physical actions, plant new seeds in the field of our consciousness. And what these seeds generate becomes the substance of our lives. So Thai taught that we are the sum of our actions, and our ways of acting in the present moment affect how others will manifest how we and others will manifest in the future. So every act we make through our body, speech, and mind sows seeds in our store consciousness where they are preserved and maintained. And in turn, the quality of the seeds that ripen in our store consciousness affects our actions. So the seeds within our store consciousness naturally shift and change as we move through life. It's just like how a wild meadow is never the same any 2 years. And the evolving nature of our consciousness is a process which is very much influenced by our actions and our intentions. And so we practice to overcome the pull of the patterned storylines of samsara that perpetuate suffering, such as revenge and retribution, the law of an eye for an eye, which ensure the continuance of loss, war, violence, and an inability to see. With mindful awareness, we become conscious gardeners of the seeds in our store consciousness. We develop skill in seeing the outcome of our thoughts prior to speaking or acting, learning to keep some seeds dormant while encouraging the conditions that will ripen the seeds we want to have grow. With very clear intention and diligence, we are able to cultivate bodhicitta mindset, from which thoughts, words, and actions are sourced from loving kindness and compassion.